Heart first leadership isn't what you say, it's how you show up, how you regulate, how you communicate, and how you execute when it matters most. We are Heidi and Ryan Sawyer, and you are listening to the Heart First Leadership Podcast.
Hey, welcome back to the show, team. Today, I'm going to give you a quick little mindset shift, maybe even a perspective shift. Once in a while, I want to bring to you the conversations that I'm having with clients, with coaches, with leaders, with athletes. One of my clients came to me yesterday and had some resistance to being told that they need to be more process-oriented over result-driven. And so anytime that we're met with resistance, one of the things that I like to do is to really define the word that we have resistance to. So in this scenario, it was the process. And so I had the client identify to me when he thought about what it meant to focus on the process, what part of that created resistance. The thing that he identified was that it made him feel rigid, made him feel like there's this box he had to live in, and every single day had to be the same, and all these practices and disciplines. And even though, yes, it takes discipline to create specific outcomes you want in life, I challenge him to look at process in a different way. Rather than it being the day in, day out grind of setting your alarm at a certain time and going to the gym and doing these things and maybe studying something new and whatever he was identifying as these processes that felt rigid on a day in and day out basis. I said, what if the process is just the art of becoming? And what do I mean by that? The art of becoming is that, to become somebody who is a trusted, reliable teammate, who is a factor in our specific sport or area of zone of genius. We have to work through whatever we got to work through to get to the spot, to get to the place in life where we're able to be that reliable, trusted teammate, which means that if we're inconsistent, we have to work through our inconsistencies. That means if we don't fully believe in ourselves the way that we need to reach our goals, then we need to build the belief within ourselves that'll help us reach our goals. So the process to me is the art of becoming, which means that I'm going to believe in myself until I believe in myself. I am going to work through my inconsistencies until I become consistent. I'm going to work through and learn and study and figure out what it is that I currently am missing and don't know until I have everything that I need and the people surrounding me to make sure that you're successful. So if you look at the process, rather than these daily disciplines and this grind, and it can feel kind of rigid, discipline can feel rigid. Look at it more as the process or the art of becoming. The number one way to build belief in yourself, in your team, in your teammates is by believing. That's how you build belief. You have to start with this level of assumption that you're going to get to where you want to go. So to focus on the process is more of an art of working through whatever it is you have to work through to become the version of yourself. That's what the art of becoming is all about, is this process of you becoming the version of yourself that can acquire or reach the goal or overcome the obstacle. Because once you are that version of you, chances are you will get what you want. And if you aren't having the results you want, all it is an inspection point. You have to come back and work on yourself and fine tune your ability to focus on, quote unquote, the process or the art of becoming. What is it that you need to do to become the version of yourself that can actually execute your goals. Chances are you'll actually not only execute your goals, but you will far surpass them. When you become too focused on outcomes, you tend to cling to and grasp to the outcome. You become potentially even hyper intentional, which keeps you from the attainment of the goal. But when you focus on the process, and again, what I want to give you as a perspective shift here on this podcast today is that the process is not the time management and the daily disciplines. Yeah, sure, that's all part of it. But the process is the art of becoming. Is you working on yourself until you become the version of you that you've identified that you need to be to reach the goal. Believe in yourself until you believe in yourself. Working through whatever it is you need to work through until you become the version of yourself that can reach the goal. So focus on the process and master the art of becoming, and you will enjoy the process because you will far surpass your goals. Your goals will come and they'll go and they'll be in your rearview mirror. And you'll be setting the next one. And you'll recognize that the real gold lies in the process and the art of becoming. Thank you for your time. Take this, digest it, and see if it helps.
Thank you for listening. Remember, leaders go first, alignment matters, and the environment that you create is the legacy you'll leave. We'll see you on the next episode.